Hey, Lucky Lady, and let me know if there's somebody that needs to be a monitor. Lucky girl. Is anybody going to show up? Whoops. Hey, Lotus. Hey, Aunt Butch. Hey, Pammy Sue. Anita, Covington, Pamela. How's it going, my peoples? Wonderful Passover. Hey, Demi, Melissa, Alice, Granmere, Lily, Deborah, Pure Michigan, Roa, Michelle, Maxine. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome, my peoples. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Marie. Hi, Kathy, Maxine, Michelle, Liz, and now Rita, Sandy. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to my house. Dogs are here. Oh, sure. I also do regular videos. The lives, the membership lives. Some people don't like it. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Oh, thank you. She watches me all the time. Hey, Sheila. Celtic to Rose in the house. Lisha, Spicy, Michelle Hot, Cat, Lotus. Hey, Lotus. What's up, girl? Skyscape. Chat. Anita, Wanda, a Goatee Man from Boston. Elizabeth Hayes, Macheo. Speaking of Macheo, I just found out while I was in between videos here that Superstore is gone. The last one is the last one. I was shocked that it got canceled. Oh, thanks, Gracie. Thanks, Christine Turner. Thank you. Hoppy, Sandy, Greek Hillbilly, Moki, Lily. Yes, I was on Black and Orange. Just sort of a last minute guess. Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Charles, Marge, Cuz. Hey, Regina. Lisa, Arlene, Patrice, Audrey, Lucienta. Oh, hey, listen. If you guys watch Resident Alien on Sci-Fi Channel, one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. Dreamweaver. Hey, Desiree. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Karen Anderson. Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Jana, JD, Doreen, Daniel. Hey, Carolyn, Lotus, Susan, Patricia, Ann, Mims. Hey, Mims. Peace, empathy, love. Janine. Thank you for your donation, you guys. Rocks. Thank you. Star, Moki. Oh, I already said hi to Moki. I might be double saying hi. So yeah, Superstore was canceled. I used to like that show. Yeah, Sharon. I don't know what your YouTube thing is, but write me standupsychic@comcast.net and let me know when you want to do it. Hey, Mark. How you doing, sweetie? Freebird. There you go. Hey, Freebird. I think I was up this morning with her. I was trying to support my peoples. You know what I'm saying? We got to support each other. Rainbow of Love is pretty. Yes, I sent your video, Mark, out. Mark had a beautiful video for the LBQT community in San Francisco. Fantastic video in honor of them. Mary Lou. Oh yes, Promising Young Woman. Boy, that was something else. That movie. Oh my God, it was kind of a shock actually. I was surprised how much I liked it. I watched that No Man's Land. You know, some of you guys are artistes. I'm not. I like a story with some sort of background or something, and it was kind of like kind of sad, and it didn't move me. Hey Dan, finally, everybody's waiting on your happy butt. Hey Jill, hey Sharon, hey Tress Leach. Thank you in Corrado. Everybody's saying hi. You know what I'm saying? Hey Linda Bishop. Okay, I'll take a look, Linda. God, it's wonderful. Oh, we're up to 7:33. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me get in here. And I do have a couple more tickets for Jasmine. Welcome, welcome. A couple more tickets for Sedona. We had two people that had to cancel. One poor gal was in Canada. So yeah, so we need to sort that out. Okay, so listen, hey Sharon. Oh yeah, the Sedona trip. We got a few tickets left. If you write to Tana Newberry, do not pay online. Contact Tana and she'll have you go through me because Stripe got involved and I don't belong to Stripe. Hey Douglas, thanks for coming. Stripe got involved and I don't belong to them. And somehow or the other, they dipped right into my thing. I only go through PayPal. Hey Steve, thank you, baby. Thank you. And it was like they took two payments, and then I got the payments to my bank account, my work account. It's like, how did they even have that information? And then they took it back. So I'm writing to Wix because Wix is part of the thing, but I don't know if Wix did it. I don't know how Stripe got anything of mine because I do not have a Stripe account. So it was so weird. And then I'm also calling the Secret Service cybercrime division. Something's wrong with that picture. Oh, new member Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Oh, so we got Leslie. She wrote the Congresswoman from Georgia. Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. Who knocked on the door while Kemp was signing the voters' bill with no offense to white men, because my dad was white, but it was all white men. Okay. Was charged with 2 felonies. Will her charges get dropped? I was absolutely, I understand. It's just unbearable what they're doing. And it's like they're so desperate to make themselves important because they're nobody. They're all going, by the way. I see people getting voted out left and right. Remember, 2022 is next year. So we're going to have the majority. Remember when Trump came in and he had the House, he had everybody, and then what did he do? He did the bill, the tax thing. And then something, and then they were ripping the children away from the mothers, and it was ugly. It was ugly. Okay. And then he was giving away somebody else? No, we got 2 members. Then he was giving away intel to the Russians. So it's like, no, no. And then he was calling people names, I'll tell you what you are. And tell Meryl Streep was a has-been. And oh my God, he was unbearable. Anyway, remember when he ran and he was at he went to all the cities on our dime using Air Force One, using our taxpayers' money to pay for his extra help that he needed to. In fact, they dissed. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you, Sheila. They dissed all the monies that they owed the cities. You know, some of the cities are suing now. So remember how he lost? I mean, that guy that wrote the book about Trump, one of the first books, it was pretty significant, that book. Anyway, he said the worst mood, Bannon said the worst mood he'd ever seen Trump in was when he lost. I mean, I think they won what, 2 seats in the Senate or 1 seat in the Senate. And remember, he said, oh, well, we won the seat in the Senate, but he didn't want you guys to see him cry. But he was like, it was bad. He was really upset because they lost by a landslide. And they say he was really kind of like how he is now. He still can't believe he lost. And he's still spreading, unfortunately, that lie. So everybody's saying hi to each other. It's so cool. Thank you guys for coming on. So, okay. So she wants to know about this woman that the congresswoman from Georgia. I just feel so shocky about it. Now, normally I'm not using my cards, but I have to use my cards for this one. Don't ask me why. I can see her as clear as day. And all she did was knock on the door. What's going to happen to her? It might go outside Georgia. I almost feel like the NAACP, a lot of money is getting thrown at this, and if they have to go to higher courts, they will. But I see all of it getting tossed. Hold on. Let me look. And you guys also, for those of you that don't know, Roger Stone was on Alex Jones' radio show or podcast or whatever, and he told him, get ready to be arrested. He told Alex Jones, get ready and make sure you got plenty of money because we're going to be fighting suits. So he knows what's coming up. I told you Roger Stone was going to jail, and he is. Alex Jones, too. Let me tell you, they're just sitting on it. Merrick Garland is sitting on it, and they're getting ready to come out with all the people who were part of the insurrection, which includes them and senators, etc. Okay, so justice will come to her, okay? But it's not right away. It's interesting. They have to fight it a little bit. They have to work at it a little bit, which is interesting. But it's straight out unjust. It's not in the truth. And they're trying to come up with some bull. In a way, she has to come out of Georgia because you still got that governor who's going to. Now, isn't this the same governor who wouldn't change the votes, though, even though Trump wanted him to? He had to go by the rules. I don't know what this is, but yeah. So I think this governor has gotten a lot of slack. Maybe he won't run. I don't see him being governor. I'm picking up maybe Stacey Abrams as governor more. I'm picking up Stacey Abrams. She's doing a lot of work. And someone told me if you go to Stacey Abrams' site, you can get, she has a thing for working on this voter fraud with these people trying to make up their news stories. Okay. So I want to show you guys something. Sandra Dabrowski. Sandra Dabrowski. Dabrowski. She did this picture. I got it in the mail. I wanted to intro her on the channel. Isn't that nice? It's so cool. Hey, so thank you, Sandra. I'm going to send her a nice thank you. Also, I got this bracelet made by Stephanie Gray. She goes through Angel Heart. She made it for my Vertigo. Stephanie Gray, so she would have her stuff out there. And Angel Heart, by the way, is where I got that. Can you see it? You see the sun, the moon and the sun? They have it in a smaller and they have a larger. So that's through Angel Heart, www.angelheart.net. Angel Heart for you, YOU.net. Okay, so yeah, wasn't that so? That was so sweet. So thank you, you guys. Okay, so now let's answer some more questions. I also want you guys to know Nancy's Cosmic View on YouTube. She just started her YouTube. If you want me to intro you on YouTube, now listen, unfortunately, because of the basket that I'm going to start picking winners at the end of this month, well, I got 1,000 some odd requests. So my sister's been helping me. We've been just going in and she reads the name off with the phone number so we can do it like that. So we're down to 600 now. So I just want you to know that anybody that wrote me or was asking me a question and stuff, it got mixed up in all that. Just give me some time to get through this. I should be done by April 1st. Okay. So, but anyway, standuppsychic@comcast.net is my work email. And Barbara, one of our got people, Barbara, she wants prayers for Brad, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Okay, God, you guys are going. That's what I'm talking. The dogs are doing good. Thank you so much. They both got through, but I'm changing vets. I don't like the vet I had. Okay, so what other question we got? Oh, so I want you to know that this congresswoman from Georgia, it's going to be a bit of a fight. It might go up to a higher court, but everything's dropped. And I see money being thrown at it. So people want to make sure there's justice. I see Delta. Kay wants to know, do you see large corporations in Georgia like Delta, Coca-Cola, and Home Depot ever standing up for voters' rights? But I don't know if you guys know. Someone released a letter from Delta to the Georgia people saying, congratulations. Thank you, Turner. Oh, girl, you're always giving something. You're always giving something. Thank you. So anyway, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but anyway, Delta was congratulating on them for taking away voter rights. They said congratulations. So Delta is off the table for me. My son loves Diet Coke, but now it's going to have to change. I think we'll hit him where it counts. You know what I'm almost feeling? Because remember, we're going to have more Dems coming in. It's going to get our Senate and Congress. It's not going to go the other way. Let me tell you why. I've told my membership people this too. Do you remember when Biden said, you vote for me in and I'm going to get you a $1,400 check? Okay. That woke people up. Oh, really? Okay, a $1,400 check. Let's try this guy out. And they did. They got the $1,400 check. Some of them are just now coming out. Okay. He's also pushing for the vaccine, which wasn't going to happen. If Trump had gotten another term, it wasn't going to happen. So, what's going to happen is we're almost in 2022. This is 2021. So, okay, next year. I've seen the New Deal, that kind of energy about building up America. He's going to be presenting these beautiful things about what they're going to do. Hey, June, thank you, honey. He's going to start presenting some stuff that America's like, yeah, because remember, 70% of Americans and up, 70% and up, wanted the COVID bill, but it was those people in Congress that I think you should call human, but it's very strange why they wouldn't want to help their people. And did you guys hear about how, was it Tennessee, that they actually had a vote and they said, don't ask for Medi-Cal, ask for Medi-Cal. Be sure to correct me if I'm wrong with the state. And then everybody came out in droves and voted that they wanted Medi-Cal. And now the Republican legislator says, yeah, we know you voted for it, but no. Oh, I know who it was. Rachel Maddow talked about it. I'm telling you, all that's going. You know those people right now in Georgia that came up with all this stuff? Voted out. It's a bad mistake. They shouldn't have done this. They're pissing people off. I'm telling you. How do you hurt people for giving out water and stuff? It just doesn't make sense. Missouri. Thank you, Miss Ross. It was Missouri. Of all places where people really could use the help, Missouri. My kinfolk come from Missouri on my dad's side. My dad's My great grandfather lived in the Ozarks. So, yeah, don't worry. They're going to get their COVID relief checks. Geeky said Social Security. That idiot, what's his name? Andrew Saul, who's a Trumpster, who got put in SSI 3 days ago. He just released the list. Don't worry, it's coming. You guys, it's coming. It's coming. But I really see a squeeze on the Biden administration to be able to get these turkeys to work with them. And somebody told me they can do one like they did with this COVID relief, and then they have one more. I don't know what that means. And I'm thinking that it's going to have to be voting, not the infrastructure. And then what they'll do is they'll it's like the $1,400 check. We get this infrastructure, we got jobs, we got this, we have these. And I feel like people are going to go, yeah, I want that. I want that. Hey, Bronx. What's happening? Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. I thank you. And this morning I went and checked out other people's lives. I hadn't done that. I'm going to start doing that. I was giving everybody money, we got to help our backups. You know what I'm saying? Jen Lynn and I are talking about doing a video together. I don't know if I'll be on her channel. She'll be on mine. And we do have a couple of seats open, a couple of rooms open for the Sedona. 2 people had to cancel. One of them is in Canada, and they're having a hell of a time getting their vaccine. And otherwise, she'd have to sit in the United States for 2 weeks or something, or in Canada, something like that. I was like, girl, don't even worry. We'll sell your ticket. So you guys rock. Thank you. So if you can come, it includes your room and board. All the teachers, which includes Jen Lynn, myself, Amisha, who's a UFO specialist. Also, we're doing past life regression. Jen is doing healing. I'm doing mediumship. And plus the food is good. Like I told everybody, shoot. I thought when I first heard it was vegetarian, I'm like, oh, I'm obviously going to lose weight, which was good. But the food is so good. I don't know who the chef, and I hope it's the same chef, but the food was rocking. And it's also, it's where you can have fish too. They have vegetables. They have their own garden. They grow all their stuff, but you can have fish too. So you'll be very healthy. You'll be too damn healthy. You'll be like, shoot, I need to get home, have me some chips and some soda and stuff. Hey, Jan. Thank you. Gracie. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Oh, Mary just said it's pescatarian. I call it Episcopalian. So listen, you guys, I told this on my membership, but I wanted you to know I got a little bit of hit from Jesus. This time of year, I always watch Jesus of Nazareth. It's one of my favorite shows. And he said that one of the things with him, while he was in human form on earth, was standing in faith. And by that, he wasn't tripping. He was like always kind of present. So it was very beautiful. It was like, whoa, okay. So while you stand in faith, and it means getting out of all that ego emotion as best as you can, because I know how hard it is. Like me getting ripped off by these Stripe people, it made me angry, because how dare they? Who do they think they are coming in, taking my money? So anyway, so he's standing in faith. So remember to breathe as best as you can, and try not to, because when I look at my life, cancer, as terrible as it was, breast cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me. I had a horrible last marriage, but that kind of catapulted me. I ended up going to a place that was way better. But as far as growing who I am, even from the time I had my awakening, walking down that path with my dog, that will be in my book too, I had an awakening, but I wasn't living the way in the spirit. Hi, Abstract Wellness. Thank you. Oh, girl, I hope you'll be there. Thank you, Deborah. But as it was fantastic. So now that I look, even though it was a heartache, it catapulted me. So it's weird how sometimes if you really look at your life, it's when we hold on to the negative, when we hold on, we're dragging ourselves down. Hey, Rob. Thank you, honey. Oh, Maui, that's what I'm talking. So try your best to try to get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. That which is likened to itself is drawn. You cannot create what you want unless you are that. And part of that is getting out of that worry, always in the worry. Know that they are with you. In fact, he told me there's always one archangel type spirit that's with every person assigned. And then there's masters. There's other people, maybe past life people who were with you centuries ago. So, okay, everybody's saying hi. Hey, Nanette. Oh, thank you, girlfriend. It saved my life. That's all I can tell you. And oh boy, the book is really working out. And listen, they told me I was going to write. First, they told me I was going to do YouTube. I'm like, yeah, right. And look what happened. And then they told me I was going to write a book. You need to write this book. Well, I'm not a writer. Okay. And so I'm like, how am I going to do? I have ideas. I know I can just tell my story. I'm not going to make up a story. I'm going to tell my story. And I was struggling with it. And then finally one night I said, you guys have to help me. You want me to do this book? You're going to have to tell me. And I had this weird dream. Hey, Debbie. Thank you, sweetie. I had this weird dream that about somebody that is also a client. And I contacted her and said, I had the weirdest dream about you. We're chit-chatting. And she says, I said, what are you doing? She said, oh, I'm getting ready to have my book published. I said, girl, you know that book's going to turn out good. I said, damn, it's so funny you said that because I'm supposed to write a book. But I have no clue what I'm doing. And that's when she forwarded me to a group of writers. And then from that, I got forwarded on to somebody else. So every Tuesday, 2 hours, I'm working. Every Tuesday, I'm working. And I'm not a writer still. I'll have to pay for an editor, but I'm at least it's flowing, finally. But do you see what they did? Do you see what I'm saying? So wait, what happens? If you're stuck, you ask. Ask and you shall receive. And then drop it. You can't keep going. I used to tell people before I was in all this. Hey, Catherine. I used to tell people, think of God as a master computer, okay? If you keep, how people say, I really want this, but no, blah, blah, or actually blah, blah, blah. As we get in our own way of changing, it clutters the field. They can't work through you if you're constantly changing your mind or asking over and over again, like little kids, mama, 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 mama. So, okay, I just wanted to tell you that because it's so cool. So it's just working out. It's even this Sedona thing. It was a heartache. I paid the Mago Resort $70,000. The thing sold out in 48 hours. And what did I do? I paid Mago. I paid the teachers. I did everything. And then COVID hit. So I ended up having to struggle between the Benicia event and this, coming up with $58,000 on my own to repay everybody that wanted to cancel. So it was tough. So I'm just now getting some people back. I did, like I said, our poor Canadian girl, we need to replace her. So when someone books, I can give her money back. But it was tough, you guys. I'm not going to do Sedona again next year. I'm just not, or I won't be involved with it and come as a guest. I'm not doing it because of this. It was just too much. Now, Mims, didn't you used to be one of my people, one of my moderators? I think you were. Well, you are now. So, okay. Now, so Eileen is writing me. She said, my problem with the Colorado shooting is that the gunman had mental problems and it sounded like schizophrenia, and his family must have known something was off with him. So are we going to work on mental health issues? More importantly, get family members the ability. And let me tell you something, not only are we going to work on mental health issues, because My uncle was a paranoid schizophrenic, and when Reagan was in office, he was at Napa State. They just told everybody go. So next thing you know, police are calling my dad. Your brother's out here breaking windows in the city, and my dad said he's a grown man. My dad was like that, you know. It kind of breaks my heart because, like, when my uncle died, he died the youngest, so the first of the brothers to die, and yet he was the youngest. But you know, schizophrenics, they don't take care of their health. If they're not checking for heart disease and stuff, you just live until you die. So Alan had a heart attack, a major heart attack, and so I think he died at 68 or 67. So anyway, they called my dad, and my dad's like, "Oh, okay," and they said, "Well, we're going to need a little money to bury him." And dad said, "Well, you know, he's the state ward. He's not my issue." And the guy said, "Well, we'll put a lien on your house." And my dad said, "Go ahead," because you know he can't put a lien. I don't know why they had to do, you know, you don't mess with people like my dad because they're already ornery. But you know, if my dad hadn't been around, no offense to my father, sorry, but if it was me and my sister, we'd gone up there, we would have made sure everything was covered. You know what I'm saying? So I see assault weapons getting banned, and I see this is going to take some years, okay? I see mental health issues, and also if you have a history of it, you're not going to be able to own a weapon. There may have been some hospitalization of this guy that they, like even suicide attempts, they might not be able to own a weapon. I just seen all this stuff going on. Do you remember, was it Norway or Switzerland? Somebody had a horrible, somebody went out and killed all kinds of people. Do you guys remember that? And then they banned guns and the numbers dropped big time. I don't see us banning guns though. Oh yeah, I'll have to do that at a different time. Someone wants me to check out the 5 men who went to Vietnam instead of Trump. It's very sad with Trump. Hey Deborah, thank you. Oh, this is Deborah. Oh, Deborah Evans. Yeah, hey girl, what's up? I won't be doing Benicia like I used to. I will tell you that. I'm kind of spoiled sitting at home. You know, and it's very easy. If people need to see me, we can do Venmo or Zoom. Sorry, Zoom. So what I see is that there will be some changes. And listen, earlier today, I got a good hit on the Supreme Court, and I think Biden's, mark my words, you heard it here. I think Biden's going to choose 3 Supreme Court justices. I'm definitely feeling Kavanaugh, Justice Thomas, and one other one going. Yeah. Yeah, but we're definitely going to still be able to have our guns. It's something America's about. You know, even in Scotland, remember that boyfriend I had in Scotland? Do you know in Scotland you can't own what is that, pit bull, unless you're a farmer. So if any kind of animal has a tendency to be, you know, aggressive, you could only, oh my God. Hey, there's my daughter in Prez. Hey, baby doll. I just talked about Jaden today. I said, Jaden, my grandson, there's my daughter, you guys. I'm so proud of her. She is so cool. So Nicole tells me, Ma, that's how we talk. Ma, Jaden been watching your show and he said you're pretty good. She not too bad, huh, Mom? She's not too bad. That's so funny. You guys, I got the cutest family. That little boy, he was born September 7th. Nicole, I'm adding you as a moderator. My daughter put up with no mess. You don't mess with my daughter. She Leo, August 5th. Hey, listen, when my daughter was little, she always wanted to be a bride. So when we go trick-or-treating, she always had to be the bride. And the old ladies loved her. Oh my God, she had black curly hair and big brown eyes. Oh my God, isn't she just adorable, Gladys? And Nicole says, I know. And so they say, can you bring her inside for a minute? I'm like, okay, because come on, we got to get the candy so mama can dip in. And so she'd go inside with these little old ladies. Next thing she's coming out with all, because she's the type to say, oh, I like that. Can I have it? It was so funny, you guys. My daughter, she was just a baby. I said, just a little one. I said, what you want for Christmas, baby? Whipstick and fume. She's so precious. Thank you for coming, baby. She might not like that I'm putting all kinds of tension on her. My daughter, she's a Leo, but she don't like too much attention. She's like, because she'd say, Ma, because I'd be standing in line at the grocery store, of course, telling whoever's there my life story about my horrible divorce with this horrible man. So I'm telling the story, and of course, I'd always get an ear that would want to listen. My daughter was just, Mom, do you have to tell everybody your business? Thank you. She's adorable. She looks more like her dad. Her dad was my first husband, Russian Polish. But anyway, Jaden has got her eyes, and I think Nicole has kind of my eyes when I was younger. So anyway, I was just chit-chatting, you guys. You know me, I start talking. Thank you, Jen. There's my daughter. No, like you. Aw. Okay, so now. Okay, this is a good one. Listen, on my membership, do you guys catch? Oh, thank you, Carol. Did you guys catch the video that I did as a mediumship with Dead Famous? So apparently it was very popular. So we're probably going to do it again. I think the next time will be on Sterling's channel. But someone asked a question. When you and Sterling channel souls that have already reincarnated, like Jimi Hendrix and others, which soul are you talking to if that person has already reincarnated? How do we connect to someone who we used to be in another life? Mostly, what's interesting, mostly younger people that died tragically will automatically take another life. But you can still talk to the person that they used to be. But they'll tell me I'm in another body, like Jimi Hendrix did. But mostly families, okay? My grandmother, my great-grandfather, they're all over there still. They're not rushing to get another body. We all go in as families and come out. So don't worry about missing someone. A lot of children will wait for their parents. So, you know who the other hit I got the other day was, what's his name? Morrison. Very talented man, very intelligent, but just messed up with the drugs. The same with Hendrix. What's her, who was the female actress, singer that died at the same time? Janis Joplin. Oh my God, such talent. And they died because of the drug use. So, yeah, Jim Morrison. So anyway, I felt like he hadn't taken another body. I feel like he's still hanging. Thank you, Nina. Janis Joplin, yeah. And alcohol too, alcoholism. Back in my day, this girl could drink, but by the grace of God go I, because I am not a drinker anymore. I used to really be able to put him down more like a man almost. But now, you know what? It serves me no purpose, and the lingering effects are longer than I need. I actually had to stifle my old partying days because when you work as a nurse, you can't go in altered or fuzzed up with a hangover because lives matter. That my job wasn't a job in an office. My job was a job. You have to be awake. You have to know what you're doing. So what I would do is when I had my few days off, that's when I would relax and kick up my heels. But I had to be careful. Oh, My daughter just said, you fought like a man too. I think I told everybody that story, or maybe it was on my mediumship. One day I was drinking at a pub called the Abbey on 5th and Geary, and I was wearing a dress, high heels. I couldn't walk unless I had high heels on. And I walked out the door and they had locked the door, and I went to go back in. I was going to tell my friend I was with, Bernard, come on, where are you? And some guy pushed me. He just pushed me. And words were exchanged. Next thing you know, I went off on him. I mean, I went cray. I was punching him and kicking him and in high heels. And he had ended up out on the street on Geary, out on the street. And I heard someone say, someone call the cops. And oh yeah, so I go take off running, high heels, dress, flying down the street. And I went to Bernard's house. And I'm waiting for him to show back up. So I'm sitting on the stairs, and here comes Bernard. He drove a blue truck. He worked in sheetrock stuff. And he said, Linda, some bloody effing woman just kicked the bloody effing arse off this guy at the pub. I said, yeah, Bernard, that was me. And he just sobered right up. He said, really? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that was me. I'm not saying it proudful. It just shows you, because remember, I was raised in an environment where my dad was pretty violent. And so I wasn't no meek, and I would fight. One time my brother threw a fork at me and it went through my girdle and it was sticking straight out, the fork. It didn't actually, but do a little puncture wound. I picked my brother up from his rear end, from his scruff of his neck, and threw him. And he went flying through the kitchen, through the dining area. My mom was sitting in her chair in the living room, straight right into the door in the hallway, head first. And guess who got in trouble? I don't play. Guess who got in trouble? Me. Don't be throwing your brother like that. Wait a second, I got a fork sticking out of my gut, but I'm not supposed to be throwing my brother like that? Oh, hell no. Hi, Val. Oh, no. She's in Trinidad, and she's saying the hurricane season started early. Oh, God bless you. Oh, yeah, Tom Petty, he comes around. But he's not around me like he used to be. And you all know that story. That's going to be in my book. I don't even need non-alcohol anymore, Marcella. I'm into water with lemon. No, I used to be a troublemaker, Ronnie, but not anymore. Not anymore. Unless, you cut me off at the grocery store. I'd be like, biatch, I just want to hit one of those Karens. I haven't run into a Karen yet. I'll be the one on the show. Come on. You want a piece of this? Yeah, Jack is all comfy. You guys will be laughing about, because I'm old now, but boy, back in the day, like my daughter will say, my mom went from 60 to 0. I shouldn't say it proudly, because, but I never went after somebody that was innocent. I went after people that were doing something to me. But it was good to be that strong, especially working as a nurse. I mean, I could throw patients, lift patients until I couldn't anymore. When I got pregnant with Jacob, a patient threw me, not deliberately. We were doing fundal pressure. We had her legs, and she kicked me and another nurse off. But when she kicked me off, because I was pregnant, I had an L3, L4 injury. So, oh yeah, Patricia. Patricia said I remind her of her daughter. She did that. I remember my dad telling me about some guy that was giving him a bad time in the cafeteria. And he said he finally just took his elbow and went like that. And I guess he smashed the guy's mouth in. So, okay, you guys. So let's keep doing some questions. Okay, we're having a good time. Oh, God bless Tennessee. Did you guys see the terrible? What did I tell you guys? I said flooding, volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, and tornadoes, which we just had a whole slew. I see fires in the north, so we're still going to have some fires. I see, go ahead. The volcanoes aren't Armageddon. That's what I want you to know. I do see volcanoes, but I'm not feeling Armageddon. I do see earthquakes, but it's not 9-pointers in the United States. But the flooding in Tennessee was just horrible. Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. I know, honey. We love you. We love our Karen, you guys. We got our Karen Conroy. So, but they had a horrible flooding. There's some deaths. Hey, Dancing Queen. Can you tell us, please, where the two boys are from Cali and what happened, please? I don't know who that is, baby doll. So anyway, there was bad flooding. Anybody here from Tennessee? You know, Carla Mancy, about my fire dream? Maybe it is Mexico because I wasn't up here. It wasn't where I am. It was more like a desert land. And then a huge, almost like a huge, big, wide tornado of fire was coming. I'm not seeing an earthquake in Utah right now, Doug. But anybody from Tennessee? Hey, Teresa. What's Shasta? I'm not seeing Shasta and Layson. No, not right now. The East Coast, I'm feeling more flooding. I'm not feeling too much Armageddon. I'm feeling some sort of solar thing happening where there'll be some down. I don't know if it's the United States, but there's going to be some an inability to communicate because of an interference. And doggone it, if Russia's not working on some stuff. What is Russia doing? I see an accident in North Korea. It's really going to upset the South Koreans and the Japanese. Some sort of blunder they do. I see, remember I told you flooding. Florida, I see, as long as you're not on the coast, feels like there's flooding going on there. I definitely see hurricanes. My guys just now are telling me to tell you that those who stand in the light, pray for others and know that we are with you. It's weird because I almost feel protection for us. It's weird. You know, we had the Loma Prieta earthquake, and I was talking about this on my other show. It could have been so much worse if we hadn't had the World Series. And so a lot of people were already home when it happened. And we didn't suffer the deaths we could have. Thank you, Linda Sandoval. Thank you, you guys. Oh, 3,231. Hey, Constance. No, a tornado warning last night in Tennessee. Dancing Queen, is Oren and Owen, they feel adorable to me. I don't think they're with us anymore, but I need to look them up. Let me look them up. Invite me, Dancing Queen, and I'll let you know what it says. So, okay. Where am I? Hold on. Listen, by the way, Elaine, you're asking about low income SSI and stuff. The checks are coming out. Hey, Rihanna. I'm not seeing Yellowstone take off right now. Not yet. You're asking about and this guy, Andrew Soul, the commissioner that Trump put in there that thinks that money belongs to him, was deliberately holding things up. I see Trump telling somebody to give him what for. He'll be gone, by the way, but he's not going to get in big trouble. I don't see them removing him. No kidding. Valeria Woodford says Marianne from Revealing Light saw a tragedy in North Korea. That's what I'm saying. Doug DeJoy won't be fired by Biden, but he'll be fired by the new people Biden's putting in. Biden can't fire him. He has to put the 3 people that are coming in. I'm telling you, I'm very surprised that a week goes by and he's not gone yet, but he knows they're going. And the other good news is that Roger Stone was on Alex Jones' show and said, get ready, we're going to be arrested. And Alex Jones is like, what? He said, yeah, and get ready to spend a lot of money for your legal fees. I love Marianne too. And Violetta, you know, she's the one, she said she saw this virus coming from the Wuhan lab. And if you guys, I don't know how many of you have been watching me for a while, I'll find the video. I read an article that a man said he was living in China with his wife and he was looking for a job, and there was a ad for getting employment at the Wuhan lab to work on the COVID virus. And then he said the virus came out and he went back to look and the thing was still there, the ad. And I'm sure it's gone now, but I think at the time I said, how much you want to bet? That's what happened. I do think it was an accident. I don't think it was planned. But I got to ask this. Hold on, you guys. What the hell is Russia doing? I just got this weird feeling on Russia. They're mad. Putin's mad right now. Oh, he'd love to destroy us. They can't deal with Trump anymore. Trump is totally worthless. What is going on with Russia? Oh, so they're not treating Alex very well. You know, if anything happens and that man crosses, that's the end of Putin. I don't know why Putin would allow him to die. For some reason, I wasn't picking up that he would die, but now I'm seeing that he's really sick or it's going to get bad. They're trying to go into the back. You know, they can't do it face to face and say, we challenge you. They're going behind the closed doors. They're trying to sneak things. They're trying to get people to mess up. It almost feels like a hit in our infrastructure, like they're trying to hurt us. There was a story I just saw, I don't know where it was, about a woman whose daughter was missing. Might have been 2020 or one of those. And they thought they knew who had killed her. But somebody wrote and said, you know what? Your daughter's still alive. This man didn't kill her. He gave her to me. He thought she's dead, but I sold her for sex trafficking. Meet me at this place with $50,000. And then she had a bad feeling about it, sent it to the police. Then they did it to someone else whose daughter was missing. And they came up with 25, but 2020 came in and was with them for this. Check this out. I'm sure those of you who watched it know what I'm talking about. But it ended up that this guy who came to get the money thought he was getting money for something else, and he was supposed to send it to an address. And he ended up being innocent. But where the Secret Service found out where it was coming from was Russia. Hi, Sheila. Weren't you here earlier, Sheila? Where the hell did you go, girl? I know. I see some behind the scenes stuff. I'm telling you, remember I always saw Putin running. He's going to be running. Let's put me in high heels to go chasing his happy butt. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm feeling DeJoy going. I thought he would be gone by last week. I'm so sorry, but you know, no psychic can get it right with time frames. But I can feel it. I can, you know, there's certain feeling I get. Just like when I told you that Biden was going to win, I saw dancing in the streets. It was like I could see it. I could see people dancing in the streets. And don't forget my feeling about the Republicans jumping off ship. Remember, I saw like rats jumping off ship. This is coming. This is coming. But it's par for when they start coming out, when they start talking about who the back people were that were funding this insurrection and stuff. So it's getting ready to happen. I don't want y'all to worry. I saw him running. So I think he's running to save himself. So I think people will turn on him. Maybe because where there's so many sanctions, they say, you know, we can't live with you in office. Let's get somebody else in here. Jennifer Bias. Putin looks puffy, like he has diabetes or something. Oh, now that's Kimberly. That's Kimberly. Okay, so. Oh, I'm going to have to look at Miramar. Give me a couple of days. It was just so awful. You guys have to, I don't want to say unless I know for sure. I haven't gone to my guides about it. I do feel certain cells that are happening in the United States. And by that, I don't mean necessarily shooters, cells of people wanting to hurt people because Trump lost. There's going to be some people who think they're going to be heroes. I'll tell you, I see Stone. I see all of them. I see all of them, including Miller. All of them standing before a judge. I see Trump standing before a judge. No, you got to be kidding. Barbara Jo said Bobby Kennedy and Joe Biden are the same birthday. Aw. Didn't he give a good, didn't Bobby Kennedy, not Bobby, didn't Joe Biden do a good press release? It was wonderful. Well, you guys are going at it. So listen, I'm going to answer one more question because I can only stay an hour. I've been on all day today. I'm wearing the same top. Hey, Kay. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Aretha Franklin. Oh, my God. Does that bring back memories? Does that bring back memories? I read on her with Sterling. It was wonderful. We had a good time. We need to do that. I got to get a hold of Sterling and ask him how he wants to do this. And Jen Lynn and I are going to be doing a video. She's doing Sedona, so I'll be talking to her and finding out when we're going to do the video. And I had a good time this morning with Freebird and Sheila and Orange Tarot and who else? I was on Whimsy for a minute. I think today's Whimsy's birthday, you guys. So, oh, thank you guys. Okay, so let's just catch another. Thank you guys for sending in your questions. So know that people with schizophrenia and stuff, they will not be able, or if you attempt a suicide, they're not going to give you. Oh, prayers for Colleen Berry. I don't know what happened. Hey, Delana, are you in Tennessee? Are you okay with the flooding? Thank you, Joel. And remember, one of the reasons Biden got in, because he said, if you vote for me, I'm going to give each family $1,400 plus with the kids and stuff. Okay? Now he's going to say, when we go into next year to vote for a new administration, he's going to say, if you get some Democrats in here, we can start working on the USA with roads and infrastructures and jobs. And that's why they'll be turning it over, because they know he comes. Hey, Paula. Oh, Delana, she said it came about 4 feet from her door. Delana, how many people died? They said there was deaths. Okay, so I saw terrorist cells. I just want you to know some weird stuff. But remember, I saw the FBI, CIA, they're on it like this. And I just now heard that whoever planted those bombs will actually be found out. The source was Wuhan. I just got done talking about that. Wuhan, in that lab. I know, Amy. Are you on SSI, Amy? That it's coming. That guy finally released it. Jerk. Thank you, Linda. I haven't heard latest passed out once things quieted down. I bet you were exhausted. I'll find out on the news today. Okay, so community colleges are going to be free eventually, you guys. I don't see Prince Andrew convicted. I see him hiding under the skirt of his sovereignty, and I don't see him. He won't come to the U.S. anymore. I don't see him being convicted. Yeah, don't worry. And I'm going to tell you something. I can see President Biden knowing that DeJoy has to go, that he's got these 3 people that are going to take the place on the board. But remember, he's like overwhelmed with all kinds of stuff. He's just got one thing after the other. So that border thing really took them by surprise. But they're actually trying their best. Can you imagine Cruz down there? And they only gave 3 inches, just 3 inches. We're not talking about your manhood. We're talking about... And these people didn't care. They were having them drink out of the toilet. Oh, my God, it was terrible. It's really something. And they get all bent out of shape over the stuff the same exact stuff they did. Hey, Rich. Thank you. Jerk is a nice thing. Yeah, you got to watch your language here. And remember, this is my opinion. This is what I see. My guys are pretty rocking. Dancing Queen, thank you. Cruz is such an idiot. Oh, my God. Do a painting of him, Dan. He'll just do a blob, like a big blob and a little bit of a chin where you see. That's a good question. Kay Kennedy said, do you see Americans having to show their COVID vaccination cards? I got my card. My son gets his vaccine. My son gets his vaccine Tuesday. Okay, somebody's just talking to me. Hold on. So I'm feeling like they're going to insist that you have to have a vaccination, but it's going to get fought in court. Happy birthday, Sammy. But I feel like maybe even the Supreme Court says, no, you can't force people to have the injection. I don't know. I'm almost feeling like they would hope everybody gets an injection, but they can't force them. But they will have a card. It'll be easier for you to do things. I think those that don't do an injection will just need, for travel purposes, to do a test. But like the gals from Canada, the one who can't make it to Sedona. And by the way, I have a couple more seats open in Sedona. One of the gals had to cancel because she's in Canada and she can't come through because they don't have the vaccination. So she has to sit 2 weeks one place. Yeah, it's not worth it. Okay. Oh no, Janine said in Washington, it's crazy with the he's putting them out. I'm telling you. What did I tell you? I feel like by May, it's like a lot of people have gotten the shot. I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to do something. Hey, Sandra. Will she teach 2 more years? I think so. I'm hearing yes, so. Oh, girl, you late. I'll lay ya. Because I'm fixing to go. We've been on over an hour now. This has been fun, you guys. So, I feel like they won't force certain people to take it. But I do see even by September, they're going to have boosters for these injections. So we'll, like when we get our flu shot, and listen, not everyone takes their flu shot. Have you noticed this year, though, you really don't have the colds or the flu because everybody's wearing a mask. Oh, I know, Joel. I know it's been an hour and 4 minutes. Okay. Collie says she's got any ideas why there are more orbs flying around my house in the evening after dark? They're probably during the day they're there. During the day, they're there. That's a lot of spiritual energy. It's nothing to be afraid of. But I see them during the day there too. I see earthquakes in hold on. Now we know we're going to have in the middle of California. I do see one. I see Mexico getting hit. Are we going to have some in the north? Are we going to have a big one? No. A good sized one, and it feels like Oregon. Feels like Oregon. Could be a 6. It's shaking up. It might even be off the shore, offshore, but it affects inside. You know what I just saw? Okay, I got to tell you what I see, because when I get these hits, I got to tell you. I'm getting this feeling like I wake up and the news is on, and how they do special report, and they're saying it's not hitting where I'm at because I'm sitting comfortably, or I'm in my bedroom and I didn't get woke up from an earthquake, but they're talking about a good sized earthquake, and it's not in a different country. It's in the United States. Might be the one towards the north. But I see them talking about it, but it's not Armageddon. It's nothing like the Alaska 9.0. It's not a 9.0. I just saw that. Yeah, it definitely is COVID. It definitely is COVID. Sorry. I just told you no cold, and there I go. Okay. Don't worry about Oregon, because it feels like it's might be in the sea and affecting Oregon with swaying and stuff, but I'm not seeing any deaths. I see some damage, some road damage, but nothing Armageddon. My guys are so kind, and they would kind of show if it's going to be nasty. So thank you, you guys. Thank you. You guys rock. I don't answer personal questions here. If you're in the membership and I do mediumship for those who have crossed, but hey, Carmela. I'm not seeing, funny you said that. I just watched a thing on Herculeum. Now I'm not saying that it's time for it to go off, although they say it's time, but I'm not seeing it going off right now. I could be wrong, but I'm not seeing it. Remember, I tell you when the volcanoes are coming. For some reason, I'm good at that. All right, you guys, I love y'all. Bye. Thank you. Oh, Japan is really having earthquakes. Hey, Coda. Japan, I've been watching Japan, but Japan always has earthquakes. Okay, you guys, ciao. Bye, cuz. Everybody have a good Palm Sunday. God love you. I'll talk to you next week. Ciao.